Hey guys, Dr. Ben here, Functional Medicine Centers. Welcome. Going to talk to you today about adrenals, adrenal fatigue, adrenal crash, and why you might be tired and things that you can do to change that now. So welcome. Hope everybody's doing great. Thanks for jumping on. And I'm excited to talk about this because we see it so often in practice. People's adrenals are shot. They're tired, they can't get going in the morning, in the afternoon they're crashing, all these different things. Those adrenals are not working like they're supposed to. So let's get into it. What are the adrenals? What causes them to fatigue? And then what you can do about it. So welcome, pop down below where you guys are watching from. Love to see all over the country, all over the world. And if you've got any questions about what you are experiencing with your adrenals, your fatigue, what you've tried, pop those down below as well. So, all right, let's get into it. So the adrenal glands, they sit on top of our kidneys. Adrenal, meaning on top of. So adrenal, renals are kidneys. They are going to respond to all types of different things in the body. They're going to try to maintain homeostasis. Homeostasis is going to be, not too high, not too low, but maintain it in that good range. Hi, Andrea, good to see you there in Michigan. So keep that nice and consistent. So like blood pressure, blood sugar, all these different things. We don't want it too high, we don't want it too low. That's what the adrenals are working on. So adrenals, they're going to respond to all types of stuff. Teresa, good to see you there in Washington. And they're going to respond to different systems that are going to be getting revved up. So the more stress somebody is experiencing in life, the more the adrenals are going. So let's say you're going to pull an all-nighter. You're in college, you've got finals coming up, and you pull an all-nighter. Your adrenals actually get bigger, and they're going to hypertrophy. They're going to kick out more cortisol, more adrenal hormones, and hey Nancy, good to see you in Golden. So they're going to kick out more adrenal hormones, and then they're going to go back down to normal. So after finals are over, you get that time off. Hey Debbie, good to see you stressed out in Florida. Your poor little adrenals. They come back to normal, and they're like, okay, now adrenals are doing okay. They're kicking out what they need to, and then the next time they come up, and then they come back down. They come up and they come back down. So in, let's say 1,000 years ago, and you were out hunting and gathering and doing these different things, and your body, you'd go and fight a mountain lion, or you'd kill a deer, or whatever. The adrenals would get revved up, and then they would calm back down, and you'd be skinning the hide or making more arrows or whatever it is. They would come and go with that stress. Hey Chris, good to see you. Arizona, great for now. Where are you headed? So here's what happens is, over time though, those adrenals get overwhelmed, depleted, run down, and they start shrinking down, and that's adrenal fatigue, adrenal crashing. We look for cortisol in all of our blood work. So cortisol is a really important marker because that's going to tell you, do you still have some adrenals left? Are they totally crashed? Where are some of these issues? So this is what we're looking for. Yep, use some different things. Good job for helping out those adrenals. Chris, going to Tennessee. Nice. Yeah, we've got our new office in Nashville, Chris. Great to see you. Okay, so here's what happens. We know that there's certain things that are going to stress out those adrenals. We know that it's emotional, we know that it's physical, we know that it's chemical, lots of different things. But here's some things that if you have adrenal fatigue, if you're crashing in the afternoon, if you're tired, if you're not able to get past that 3 o'clock time without having another coffee, having some sugar, if you're not able to have that energy like you need to, you probably have some adrenal fatigue. But here's the deal. We see patients all the time that have been taking adrenal supplements for 5, 6, 7 years and still not fix their adrenals because they didn't get to the underlying why. So why is the body stressed out? Why are those adrenals not working like they should? That's what you're going to do here. So this is what happens. You need to do some of these things now if you're not having that consistent energy all day long, and this is what you've got to do. So number one is you've got to improve your sleep. Sleep is absolutely crucial for your adrenal glands, and if you're not getting that quality sleep, you are not going to be repairing, rebuilding, and getting your adrenals back to where they need to be. So what does that mean? Well, you've got to practice good sleep hygiene. Sleep in the cooler room. So don't have it at 75 degrees in the winter. You want to drop that temperature down a lot colder. You want to have darker rooms. So in the curtains, you want to put out blackout curtains. Keep it as dark as possible. Make sure that there's not a lot of noises or interruptions. Make sure that bed is comfortable, your pillows are right, your body is in a good state to sleep. You want to turn off the electronics before bed. Use red or orange light, kind of like salt lamps. Calm that brain down. Do not be on the computer. Do not be on the phone. Any of these things before bed, that revs the brain up. So you have to do the work to put it down. So at least an hour before bed, calm that brain down. Try to get into a better quality deep sleep state. These things are crucial to help rebuild those adrenals. Number 2 is what you're putting in your mouth and the diet, and especially blood sugar. We know the number 1 stressor to the adrenals is blood sugar dips. So every time that blood sugar goes down too low, guess what happens? Your adrenals get taxed. So what do you got to do? You got to stabilize that blood sugar and especially prevent it from crashing down. What does that mean? Well, you got to make sure you're getting enough fats, you're getting enough proteins, and start checking your glucose. Start checking that blood sugar, seeing when it does crash, seeing why it does go down, and that's going to be crucial because number 1 stressor to the adrenals, say it with me, blood sugar dips, number 1 stressor. Number 3 thing that you need to do, sorry guys, is limit your coffee, be aware of your coffee. We know that coffee stimulants are going to be whipping a tired horse. So if you already have adrenal fatigue and you're doing things like Red Bull, coffee, some of these drinks that are going to be stimulating the adrenals even more, you're already fatigued, you're already run down. So if you're sitting there drinking these stimulants, you're whipping a tired horse. You cannot just go, oh hey, let's just drink 3 extra cups of coffee today and that's going to get me over my fatigue. That will not work. So you've got to cut it back. If you've got adrenal fatigue, you feel like you need coffee, but that's probably one of the worst things that you can do. So start changing that thought process, get better sleep, take a nap, do what you need to do, but do not whip that tired horse. Number 4, we're going to talk about balancing your autonomic nervous system. So what's autonomic nervous system? Fight or flight, resting and digesting. Did anybody jump off, or are people still on there after I said limit your coffee intake? I might have lost a few viewers there. The fight or flight, or resting and digesting, repairing, all those things. So if you're in this constant fight or flight, this sympathetic state, you're not going to be able to get into that parasympathetic. Okay, we got some thumbs. Some people are still there. Parasympathetic is where you need to get yourself into more. You need to go take a break at lunch. You need to look out at the clouds. You need to get on your swing and just rock and just look out into the sunset. Different things to actually shut it down. Turn your phone off. Do not be doom scrolling. Do not be looking up other things or watching YouTube. Hey Nicole, you made it through my thought there. Mud water is good coffee alternative. Yeah, sure is. There's a lot of good things you can do without whipping those. Yes, balance that autonomic. Relaxation techniques. You've got to calm that brain down. Give it a chance to shut down. For me, Fridays, I go out in the woods, shut it down. Try not to think too much. Just try to go, breathe, relax, and let my brain shut it down, because during the week, a lot going on, and then go home and kids and life and wife and all these different things. So it's good to shut that brain down, get into that relaxed state, and that is when the repairing and rebuilding of the adrenals take place. In today's day and age, it's almost kind of this badge of honor. Hey, I push myself, I go, I keep going, I never shut it down, and then I take the kids here and go there and do all these different things, but eventually you've got to shut it down. Otherwise, your body will make you shut it down. How do you jumpstart without coffee? Well, that's a great one, jump. So exercise is a great thing to do to get you going in the morning. So get up, get on the treadmill, do some burpees, do some jumping jacks, do some different things, get that blood going, and that's gonna be a lot better way to do it. Nicole, yep, that chicory coffee, some people really like that one too. Number 5 is to get a brain map done. If you've never heard of a brain map, check out our website, fmcenters.com. We do those in Phoenix, in Fort Collins, and in Nashville. Brain map tells us, is somebody in this chronic fight or flight state, in this chronic adrenal stimulated state? Hey, there you go, going to the coast, shut it down a little bit, disconnect. So we've got to be able to evaluate the brain map, look at that electrical activity, and if there are issues there, if that brain is in this constant fight or flight, then we can do what's called neurofeedback. And this is one of the things that we do with patients all the time, and even at all of our new locations around the country, every single one will be having neurofeedback units in there. Why? Because it is so crucial to be able to rebuild those adrenals by getting the constant stress down, getting you out of that fight or flight. So here we go. Improve your sleep. You got to do that sleep quality, all those things that we talk about. Clean up your diet, especially balancing that blood sugar, absolutely important. Stay off of the coffee and the stimulants and the Red Bulls and all of those things. Balance your autonomic. You got to give yourself a chance to get out of that fight or flight into the resting, digesting, repairing, and then ultimately get a brain map done. See if your brain is in this chronic fight or flight. So if you got any questions on adrenals, pop those down below. Great having you guys on, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.